You've cleaned your oven 3 times this month. You sprayed it, wiped it, scrubbed it until your arms gave out, and it still looks like a crime scene. That burnt, sticky, dark grease coating the walls. The door, the bottom. It's not just an eyesore. It's baked in at hundreds of degrees, chemically bonded to the metal, and designed by years of heat to stay exactly where it is. Most people assume the only fix is a heavy commercial cleaner, full of harsh chemicals and dangerous toxins, or just buying a new oven. But here's the truth, most cleaning brands don't want you to know. You can dissolve that grease in 20 minutes, with 2 ingredients that cost under $5, and you won't scrub a single inch. If you are new here, hit subscribe real quick for more simple life hacks that save you time and money. Let's talk about what you're actually dealing with first, because understanding the enemy is half the battle. Oven grease isn't just grease. When oil and fat splatter inside your oven during cooking, they get exposed to temperatures that can reach 400, 450, even 500 degrees Fahrenheit. At those temperatures, the fat doesn't just sit there. It oxidizes, it polymerizes. That means the individual fat molecules chemically bond together and to the surface of your oven wall, forming a hard, dark, carbon-rich layer. It's almost like a thin layer of plastic has fused to your oven. This is why paper towels don't touch it. This is why regular dish soap barely makes a dent. And this is why scrubbing with a sponge feels completely pointless. You're trying to physically remove something that has chemically embedded itself into the surface. Commercial oven cleaners work by using sodium hydroxide, lye, an extremely caustic alkaline compound that breaks those carbon bonds. It works, but it also releases fumes that irritate your lungs, eyes, and skin. It requires gloves, ventilation, and a lot of care. And most cans cost between $8 and $15. You're paying a premium for a chemical reaction that, as it turns out, you can recreate with 2 things sitting in your kitchen right now. The first ingredient is baking soda. And before you roll your eyes, hear this out. Because most people who try baking soda alone fail, and there's a reason for that. Baking soda is sodium bicarbonate, a mild alkaline compound. On its own, it doesn't have enough chemical strength to break down heavily polymerized grease. It can handle light residue and fresh spills, but against months or years of baked-on buildup, plain baking soda paste just sits on top and does almost nothing useful. The second ingredient is white vinegar. Vinegar is acetic acid, mildly acidic. On its own, it also struggles with heavy oven grease, though it does cut through light surface oil reasonably well. Now here's where most people make the classic mistake. They mix baking soda and vinegar together in a bowl, thinking the fizzing reaction means it's powerful. It isn't. When an acid and a base combine, they neutralize each other. The fizzing you see is carbon dioxide gas escaping. It looks dramatic, but it means the chemical energy is being wasted in the air. You've essentially made water with a bit of salt. That's not what you want. So how do you actually use these 2 ingredients to demolish oven grease? You use them separately, in sequence, and the sequence matters enormously. Here's the method, step by step. Start with an oven that has completely cooled down. Never attempt to clean a warm oven. It can cause burns and also causes the paste to dry out too fast. Once your oven is fully cool, remove the oven racks and set them aside. You'll clean those separately. Now make your baking soda paste. Take half a cup of baking soda and mix it with just enough water to create a thick, spreadable consistency, something like toothpaste or slightly thicker. You don't want it runny. If it slides off vertical surfaces, it's too thin. Add a small squeeze of dish soap to the paste. This step is important and often skipped. Dish soap contains surfactants, molecules that bond to both water and fat simultaneously, which help the baking soda penetrate into the grease layer rather than just sitting on top of it. With a pair of gloves on, spread this paste generously over every greasy surface inside your oven. The bottom, the sides, the back wall, the inside of the door, every place you see build up. Don't be shy with it. A thick coating is better than a thin one. Get it into the corners. Get it along the edges where grease tends to pool and harden the most. If there are particularly dark, thick patches of baked-on carbon residue, pile the paste on even thicker in those spots. Now, close the oven door and wait. This is where most people lose patience and ruin the entire process. They open the oven after 10 minutes, see that nothing looks different, and start scrubbing. Don't do that. Give it the full 20 minutes. During this time, the alkaline paste is doing the slow, invisible work of breaking the chemical bonds in that polymerized grease. The moisture in the paste is softening the carbon layer. The surfactants in the dish soap are working into the grease and loosening its grip on the metal surface. It doesn't look dramatic from the outside, but chemistry is happening. After 20 minutes, open the oven. You'll notice the paste has changed color. It'll be darker, often yellowish or brownish, especially over the heavily soiled areas. That color change is the grease transferring into the paste. That's exactly what you want to see. Now take a damp microfiber cloth or a damp sponge and begin wiping. Use broad, firm strokes, not frantic scrubbing. The grease should lift with relatively light effort. For stubborn spots, fold your cloth and apply a little more direct pressure. If something resists the first pass, leave it and come back to it. Don't scrub aggressively yet. Once you've wiped away as much of the paste as possible, this is when you introduce the vinegar. Pour white vinegar into a spray bottle and spray it generously over the interior of the oven, all the surfaces you just wiped. You'll see a light fizzing where any remaining baking soda residue is still present. This reaction now serves a different purpose. The mild acidity of the vinegar cuts through any remaining greasy film, and the CO2 bubbles that form help physically lift loosened residue off the surface. It's a finishing step, not the main event. Let it sit for 2 minutes. Then wipe again with a clean, damp cloth. By this point, the majority of grease should be gone. The oven walls should look lighter, cleaner, and noticeably more reflective than before. For the oven racks, fill your bathtub or a large bucket with hot water and add half a cup of dish soap and half a cup of baking soda. Let the racks soak in this solution for the duration of your oven cleaning. By the time you've finished the interior, the grease on the racks will have softened considerably. Wipe them down with a sponge and they should clean up quickly. Now what about the oven door glass, that cloudy brownish glass that makes the whole appliance look filthy? This is actually one of the biggest wins of this method. Make a slightly thinner paste of baking soda and water, a little more watery than what you used on the walls, and apply it directly to the inside of the glass. Let it sit for 15 minutes. Then use a non-scratch sponge to gently wipe in circular motions. The glass should come clear without any scratching. Vinegar spray at the end will remove streaks and leave it looking nearly new. If your glass is particularly bad, a second application works even better than the first. Now let's talk about why this works better than most people expect, and also where it has its limits. This method is genuinely excellent for moderate to heavy grease buildup that has been accumulating for weeks or a few months. It handles most residential oven cleaning situations with no problem. If your oven hasn't been cleaned in years and has literal carbonized black crust built up in thick layers, this method will still make a significant difference. But it may require 2 or 3 applications over the course of a few cleanings to fully remove very deep, old deposits. Don't expect a single treatment to erase 3 years of buildup in one shot, but one treatment will get you most of the way there, and a follow-up session a few days later will handle the rest. The other thing worth knowing, this method is completely safe for all standard oven surfaces. It won't damage enamel coatings, stainless steel, or standard oven glass. It leaves no chemical residue behind that you'd need to worry about baking off at high temperatures. And it produces no fumes. If you have young children or elderly family members in the house, or if you're sensitive to chemical smells, this matters significantly. There's also a long-term maintenance habit worth building after you do this deep clean. Every time you finish a particularly greasy cook, a roasted chicken, a baked lasagna, anything that splatters, wipe the interior while the oven is still slightly warm but no longer hot. A warm surface releases grease far more easily than a cold one, and fresh grease has not yet polymerized. You can wipe it away with almost no effort. The entire reason oven grease gets to that stubborn baked-on stage in the first place is because of accumulated layers of grease that were never addressed in their fresh state. Stop it early, and you may never need a deep clean again. Pair that habit with a monthly light clean using just baking soda paste and a quick wipe, and your oven will stay in this condition. That monthly clean takes less than 10 minutes. The payoff is that you never again face the kind of situation where you're staring at walls of black, carbonized grease, wondering where to even start. Think about what this adds up to. 2 ingredients, both probably already in your kitchen, a total cost of under $5 if you need to buy them, 20 minutes, and the result is an oven that looks cleaner than it might have in years. The cleaning industry spends enormous amounts of money convincing you that heavy grease demands expensive industrial-strength chemicals. But the chemistry of grease removal is fundamentally simple. You need an alkaline compound to break down fat polymers and a surfactant to lift them away. Baking soda and dish soap deliver exactly that. The vinegar is a finisher. That's the complete science of it. The next time you open your oven and see that familiar dark buildup staring back at you, you'll know exactly what to do. And you'll know it costs almost nothing. Sometimes the best solutions have been sitting in the pantry the whole time, waiting to be used the right way.